No, no, don't buy a house in 2025. And I mean that in a nice way. I'm a realtor with over 25 years of experience, and I'm seeing some buyers buying homes, one of the biggest transactions of their life, and getting into trouble. So be forewarned. Because of rising home prices and rising interest rates and blind optimism are setting people up to regret the biggest purchase of their lives. Let's say you're ready to buy a house and your lender has approved you to buy a $400,000 house. So here's the issue with me, you buying that house for $400,000, because number one, the lender is not telling you everything. You are qualified to buy a house based on your principal, interest, tax, and insurance payments, maybe with HOA, but not your other expenses, your medical bills, your utility bills, your diapers, if you have school kids, your home expenses. Those are not considered. If you have any medical bills, those are not considered at all. They only look at some expenses, which is not a true home that you can afford. I'll give you an example. If you buy a house for $400,000 with a 20% down at 7% interest rate, your monthly payment, mortgage payment, comes out to $2129. What I recommend that if you are qualified for $400,000, maybe you want to purchase something for $375,000 or $350,000. And if you buy the same house with the same terms and conditions, instead of $400,000, one with $350,000, your payment drops to $1,861 per month. That's almost $250 less per month. And that $250 can offset your other payments like your medical insurance, your grocery bills, your increasing utility cost, and your school expenses for your kids if you have any, etc. So it's a buffer to have. If you max out your budget today, you leave yourself zero room for tomorrow's surprises. Things like inflation, interest rate volatility, rising insurance, and even economic shocks from tariffs. And we'll talk about that as we go along. As you know, on April 2nd, the tariffs that the administration put on Canada and Mexico and globally shook the world. In fact, it was so bad, the gesture of charging tariffs to everybody in the world crashed the stock market for almost 7 to 10 days. Now the administration is going back and forth whether to charge tariffs or not. But the damage has been done. Tariffs are still there. And the increase in tariff is an increased quote of tax on you, the home buyer. So if you're buying a house for $400,000 and if your payment today is $2,169, guess what? In the next coming months, next coming years, your everything prices are going to go up by 25%. Are you prepared? Those tariffs, those increase in expenses, regardless of tariffs, are still coming. And you need to be cautioned about buying the home that you can afford today. One thing the tariffs has done for sure, it has deteriorated the consumer confidence. Everybody is scared. Everybody is nervous. Should I buy or should I not buy? Should I wait or should I not wait? How much of a home can I buy? How much are the prices going to be? And we'll talk about that further because materials are getting more expensive, labor is tighter, and sellers aren't slashing prices in most markets because it's costing them more to maintain the homes and to prepare the homes for sale. So home prices are still going to go up, interest rates are sticky, and everything else is going up for sure. I will have a link in the description which has a checklist on what to do and what not to do when it comes to buying. So be sure to click on the link to get the checklist after you watch this video. It'll be in the description. Let me explain to you further why the shock of $2,169 or $1,869 a month payment or whatever payment you have will change next year and the year after and for every 30 years. Yes, you're buying a house at a fixed payment of, let's say, $2,169 in this example. $400,000 house, 20% down, 7% mortgage. But guess what happens next year? Your property tax will go up absolutely 100%. Property taxes do not stay same. So even though your principal and interest of $2,169 is the same, you have PITI, principal, interest, tax, and insurance. 100% your property tax will go up. And the way the market has been in the last 2 to 3 years, insurance, which you have to get, fire insurance and hazard insurance, which is required for you to get if you get a loan, that is skyrocketing. I have had my insurance for the last 30 years with the same company, and last year it doubled. And guess what? It may even double next year. So your payment of $2169 with the increase in property tax in the next 2 years or 5 years could be $2,500. And then if your insurance skyrockets, it could get to $2,700. Who knows? It is happening in Florida. A lot of homeowners are moving out because their property tax quadrupled or their insurance quadrupled, and they're letting go of these houses. This is a fact. Your principal and interest is fixed for 30 years. Your tax and insurance are not. And believe me, I've been doing this for 30 years. And the way the tariffs are, the way the economy is, the way everything is costing more, the way all the labor cost is more, things will only go up. It'll never come down. Count on that. One more thing you may not have considered is that when you become a homeowner, of course, you have the payments, utilities, and groceries. But one thing a lot of homeowners do not account for, and they get a shock after they move in. Let's say you move in 6 months, your air conditioning breaks or your roof leaks, which happened to me when I bought this house 25 years ago. The first year it rained right after the month I bought. It cost me $10,000 to fix the roof. I did not have the money. I had to go borrow it. So what homeowners don't account for, two things. All the increases that I talked about, but on top of that, you have repair cost and you have to keep updated your home. So that cost anywhere from 1 to 2% of your purchase price. So if you bought a house, let's say, and that's just an example, a $400,000 house, or you were smart and you bought a $350,000 house, count on spending $3,500 a year ongoing as an additional expense, which relates to about $300 a month. So your $2,169 payment went up by $300, and that's not even counting the property tax and insurance cost. And by the way, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to make you nervous on buying a home. I just want you to be aware that what you buy moving on, because the economy today is different than what it was 5 years ago. The prices today are different from what they were 5 years ago. So you have to be more cautious than you need to be. And that's why I'm sounding off this alarm for your benefit, not for my benefit. I'm a realtor, or we are realtors. We want you to buy a house so we can make a commission. And not sounding greedy, but that's how we make money. We only make money if we sell a house. But my buyers that I talk to, I want them to be cautious in purchasing. Don't jump into it. Talk to a realtor, talk to several realtors, talk to a lender, talk to your accountant, and project yourself what your expenses are 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 years ahead. And then buy the home, not what you are qualified for today, because that's a total different lender approval, which is a no-no. So one of the biggest challenges in buying a house is collecting the down payment. Of course, I gave an example of a 20% down, but most buyers buy with 5 or 10% down, and average is about 12 or 13%. So what happens is you wait 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to collect that hard-earned down payment. Finally, you have the down payment, and then you buy a house. Your lender says, hey, you're qualified for $400,000, and you're jumping, you have $80,000, and you buy the house. As soon as you move in, you find out that in a year, your property tax goes up, your insurance goes up, your HOA goes up, everything around you went up, so that $2,100 a payment now feels like a $2,800 payment, and you are choking. But guess what happens? And this will happen, guaranteed. I've been a homeowner for almost 30 years. Repair cost will show up. Something will break. You will need some money. And if you don't have that money, what we call a reserve or an emergency fund, you will be in trouble. So the caution is most people struggle to have a down payment, but they don't have an emergency fund. You must have 3 months, 6 months, 4 months of emergency fund, not only for your home, but for emergency medical cost or any insurance cost, or you might have a car accident and you can't work for 3 months. And all this I talk in the checklist, and again, the link is below, and you can go through it. So I'm just trying not to scare you, but make you a smarter home buyer. Here are some things I talk in the checklist. Can you still afford the home if your income drops 15%? Do you have a 6 months reserve like all the financial planners recommend that you have? Did you factor in the rising property tax and insurance cost, and are you prepared for the extra payments? Could you live stress-free if all these expenses increase and your income does not increase? What would happen then? What if you're single right now and then you get married and then you have kids and everything else is increasing and your income is stable? Could you survive? These are some of the things you need to ponder on. Don't let the dream of owning a home become a nightmare or a financial pressure on you and your family. You can still buy, but do it smarter, slower, and cautiously, with your eyes wide open. If you want to talk to a realtor or if you want to talk to a lender, direct message me or feel free to direct message me and I'll personally talk to you and take you through the steps in buying your biggest transaction of your life. Again, please watch this video. YouTube is recommending it just for you.